Welcome to First Commonwealth Bank Field, where tonight it is high school baseball for you. The Penns Manor Comets visiting the Homer Center Wildcats in what is a Heritage Conference game, but is also the nightcap of a doubleheader tonight in the 12th annual Homer Center Baseball Boosters Tournament. The first game, Apollo Ridge and Derry area, and Derry won that one. And we're getting set for a matchup here in the Heritage Conference between two teams that played earlier this week. We'll tell you about that. We want to get right to our starting lineups, though. And for the visiting Penns Manor Comets, batting first and leading off is your pitcher, Carter Smith. Tyler Cooper bats second. He's in playing second base. Caden Detweiler, the third baseman, will hit third. The shortstop, Connor James, bats fourth. Justin Wojtek is the catcher. He will bat fifth. Braden Mumaw at first base, batting sixth. Andrew Freno, the center fielder, hitting seventh. The eighth hitter is the DH, Tyler Mellott. He is going to bat for Nick Smith, who's in left field. And the ninth hitter is Brighton Gillen. He is the right fielder for Penns Manor. Carter Smith, Tyler Cooper, Caden Detweiler, Connor James, Justin Wojtek, Braden Mumaw, Andrew Freno, Tyler Mellott, and Brighton Gillen for the Homer Center Wildcats tonight. Leading off and catching is Braden Rado, and he's followed in the two-hole by Nash Budner, the center fielder. The shortstop, Owen Cyani, bats third. The pitcher, Caleb Palmer, will hit cleanup tonight. Batting fifth is Ethan Roser, the right fielder, and hitting sixth is Dom Shimko. He's the third baseman. The DH is Drew Fisher, batting seventh, and wait a second, I missed a guy in there, so I'll get that fixed. We'll get the first baseman in there, because they need one of those. Drew Fisher bats eighth. He's the designated hitter, hitting for Connor DeArmond. And Nate Birchall, the second baseman, will bat ninth. All right, let me grab this lineup card again that somehow I missed getting the first baseman in there. And those are required, you know, first baseman. So we'll grab it here. There it is. Garrett Green is the first baseman. And he'll bat seventh between Shimko and DeArmond. So that'll mess up my lineup card right off the bat, but that's okay. We'll get this done here tonight. As we said, Derry area won the first game, and so they have made it into the championship. Championship games tomorrow for this tournament will be taking place at 4 and at 7, just as today's games were. And we've got Garrett Green written into the lineup here tonight. And we're going to come back, bring you more, and get you set up for this baseball game. You are watching Homer Center Wildcat Baseball on Renda Digital TV.
Milk every moment.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
To experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service, or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Yeah, go ahead.
Twin Cities Event Hall is the perfect place to host your next special occasion. The event hall is located on the grounds of the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, featuring everything you need to make your next event shine. Inside the club, you can find members unwinding in the spacious bar and game room, enjoying great food and just gathering with each other watching their favorite team. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club in Twin Cities Event Hall, voted best in Indiana County 2023.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Are these all of your sponsors? Okay. Back at First Commonwealth Bank Field, the home plate umpire and the base umpire, Brad Trussell, is on the bases tonight. Pete Jones is your home plate umpire, meeting with the coaches and with the captains tonight as we get set to bring you high school baseball. One of our sponsors tonight, the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, and the club's Kids Fishing Derby Day is coming up on Saturday, May 11th. It'll be from 8 a.m. until noon, and everybody is welcome. You can catch some nice fish in the club's well-stocked pond, eat some good food, win some prizes, and have a great morning with your friends and family at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. It's on Neal Road in Grayston, and you are invited. Again, that's Saturday, May 11th from 8 a.m. until noon. Mentioned these two clubs played just the other night. It was a 7-2 win for Homer Center in that baseball game, and so the Wildcats are up 1 in the season series against Penns Manor. And you look at the season so far for these two teams. Homer Center at 8-3 overall, 6-3 in the Heritage Conference. That's good for 4th. And Penns Manor coming into the baseball game tonight at 4-8, 3-7 in the conference. That'll place them 10th. Breaking it up there at home plate. Wildcats just about ready to take the field. We're just about ready to bring you some baseball. You are watching Homer Center Wildcat Baseball on Renda Digital TV.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well from your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
If you don't know Main Street Hair Design in Homer City, where have you been? You probably know someone who's gone to Main Street Hair Design for almost 30 years. Ask them. Salons aren't around for 30 years unless they're doing it right. Cuts, perms, coloring, and styling for the whole family. Oh, and new services by Victoria. Facials, brow tint, lash lift, full body waxings in a private setting. You are going to love it. Main Street Hair Design, 5 North Main, of course. Call now, 724-479-3620.
We are back at First Commonwealth Bank Field. Tonight, the Homer Center Wildcats, the Penns Manor Comets. Tonight's action here on Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Allied Milk Producers, by the Indiana Regional Medical Center, by Luther Ford Lincoln, by S&T Bank, by the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, by Robindale Energy, by Homer City Legion Post 493, and by Main Street Hair Salon. All of those folks coming together to bring you the action here tonight on Renda Digital TV. Caleb Palmer is your starter tonight for the Homer Center Wildcats. Let's look at Caleb's season so far for Homer Center. On the mound, he's 1-1 with a 3.37 ERA. 6 appearances. This is his second start of the season. On the season, Caleb has gone 18 2/3 innings, given up 22 hits, 9 earned runs, 18 runs overall. So he's needed a little bit sharper fielding behind him. He has struck out 19, walked 11 on the season so far. And he is ready to go to Carter Smith for the Penns Manor Comets, righty on righty. And the first pitch of the ball game is in there for a strike. Carter Smith is the leading hitter for Penns Manor, a .474 batting average on the season. He's got 4 home runs. As he takes a ball, it's 1-1. 18 hits in 38 at-bats for Smith. He's a really good ball player. Fouls this one off right side and out of play. A ball and 2 strikes on Smith. Beautiful night. You're invited to come out and join us for this Homer Center Baseball Boosters evening. A 1-2 pitch on the way to Smith. Chops this one foul. Stays alive off the breaking ball. Caleb Palmer, the senior, 6-footer. This one's driven hard down the left side, but foul. Count remains 1-2. Fouls this one back. So Smith's battling here against Caleb Palmer. That's his 5th foul ball of this at-bat. Carter has driven in 12 runs on the season. Another 1-2 is down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter for the Comets. Palmer, the windup and the pitch. And this one is driven again down that left field line, just foul. Got out ahead of that breaking ball. And so a tough first at bat here for Smith and Palmer. Caleb talks to his catcher, Braden Rado, and then back up on top of the hill. Here's another 2-2 pitch to Carter Smith. And that is a base hit smacked into left field. Leadoff hitter is on for the Penns Manor Comets. Carter Smith, great running back in football. Really, really good power forward in basketball, and you can tell he can swing the bat too. He's an all-around athlete. So Smith on the single. And it brings up Tyler Cooper. Nobody out. Ball game just underway. Cooper's just a freshman. Palmer checks the runner and out of the stretch. This one is grounded foul. Third baseman Shimko playing up for a bunt here, but Cooper was swinging away. .282 batting average for Cooper. 11 hits in 39 at-bats. He's driven in 3 runs on the season. The 0-1 is a ball, 1-1. It's a breezy night. Have the field mic, but the wind sort of buffets it around. There goes the runner. Ball, the pitch is a strike, and Smith the easy steal. Got a great jump. So a ball and 2 strikes. And now a runner in scoring position for Penns Manor. Top of the first inning. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. That is strike 3. So one away with a runner on second, and Caden Detweiler comes to the plate. Caden's got some power. He's got 4 home runs on this season as well. A .472 hitter. 17 hits in 36 at-bats. And he's out ahead of that one. The off-speed pitch nicely done there by Palmer. 3 doubles. I said 4 home runs. He's got 2 home runs. Here's the 0-1. It's up high. A ball and a strike on Detweiler, the senior. And that is into center field. A base hit. Smith is going to round the base now as it's bobbled in center field. And the play at the plate, it gets by the catcher. Palmer still looking. The runner will go down. So a run-scoring single with an error, and Penns Manor takes a 1-0 lead.
Now batting number 4, James.
And it brings Connor James to the plate. And he'll take a ball outside. Inning started with Smith singling. He stole a base, and after the strikeout, the base hit by Detweiler, the error on the bobble in center field, and the runner moved up. The run came home. A ball and a strike now, and the batter, James, is going to call timeout. Connor James is a junior, hitting .379. He takes a strike. 11 hits in 29 at-bats for James. He's driven in 9, 3 doubles among his hit totals. Runner in scoring position here as he fouls this one off. It remains a ball and 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. 1 run in for Penns Manor. Palmer in the stretch, and the 1-2. Swung on and missed on the inside fastball. James goes down. Second strikeout, second out of this top of the first. It brings Justin Wojtek, the catcher, to the plate. Justin, a sophomore. 114 on the season. Big lead at second. They've got him picked off. Oh, but it gets by the second baseman. Palmer's throw a little bit high, and Birchall didn't bring it down. And the runner will move up on the second error of the inning. So the Wildcats not doing themselves any favors there. Oh. Runner on third now. And that one is lifted down the right field line and out of play. No balls and a strike on Wojtek. But Caleb made a nice turn to pick off Detweiler out at second base and had him dead to rights. But the throwing error? I really don't know if they charged that one to the second baseman or the pitcher. This one is in the dirt. Got away from Rado for just a second, but the runner won't move. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tough first inning here for the Wildcats. 1 run in. They're trying to cut off the runner from third and prevent him from coming in, but the Comets are threatening. A ball and a strike to Wojtek in the pitch. And that one is grounded into right field. That's a base hit. Second run comes in. Again, a bobble in the outfield. The RBI single by Wojtek. And the third hit of this first inning for the Comets. The courtesy runner for Penns Manor is the freshman, Zach Schleicher.
Batting number 7, Braden Mumal.
Braden Mumal, the first baseman, comes to the plate. Runner goes, throw down, and he is out. Schleicher is caught stealing. 2-4, and that'll end the top of the first inning. But Penns Manor comes up with 2 runs. They lead the Wildcats 2-0. And you are watching Homer Center Wildcat Baseball on Renda Digital TV.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting... Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team. It's about the strategic and business plan. It's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Back at First Commonwealth Bank Field, we head to the bottom half of the first inning with Penns Manor taking a 2-0 lead. And Carter Smith getting set to face Braden Rado, Nash Budner, and Owen Ciani, the 1-2-3 hitters for Homer Center. For Carter Smith, 5th appearance on the mound this season. He is 1-1 with a .350 ERA. That's as complete as the stat line goes for him. His first pitch is up high for a ball to Braden Rado. Spectacular batting averages for some of these Wildcat players. Rado, .486 on the season. And that's down low. 2 balls and no strikes on the sophomore catcher Rado. 18 hits in 37 at-bats. He's driven in 7. 2 stolen bases, or rather 2 doubles. He has stolen 10 bases on the season. A 2-0 pitch from Smith, the right-hander, is in the dirt, and it is 3-0. Baseball managers will tell you that once you get a lead, if you come out and you walk the leadoff hitter in the next inning, you're asking for trouble. Let's see if Carter Smith can work his way back into this count. The 3-0 pitch is inside. And Rado thought it was ball 4, but it is a strike, and it's 3 balls and a strike on Braden Rado. The wind and the pitch from Smith. There's ball 4. So Rado reaches first. And Nash Budner will come to the plate for the Wildcats. And he'll take a strike. Nash Budner, another of those outstanding all-around athletes. There's a bunch of them on this Homer Center team. He's hitting .286 on the season. He will take a strike here. It's no balls and 2 strikes on Budner. Smith checks the runner. Now the pitch, and he goes. Chopped toward third, fielded there. They'll have to go over to first to get the out. So Detweiler will throw out Budner. And Rado will move down to second base. Took a nice big hop for Caden Detweiler. Owen Ciani will walk to the plate for the Wildcats, a .469 hitter on the season. The left-handed hitter, the runner on second, and 1 out. Take inside for a ball. 15 for 32. He's driven in 8. 2 doubles on the season for Ciani. This pitch, a high foul ball out of play. One on Ciani with the runner on second and 1 out. And the shortstop, James, threatens against the runner, Rado. This one is fouled out of play, same spot almost. A ball and 2 strikes on Ciani. Caleb Palmer waits on deck in the cleanup hole. Here's the 1-2 up high. Count evens at 2 on the Homer Center shortstop. That is a called strike 3. So he went to the lower left side of the zone on the outside corner. 2 away for Caleb Palmer. The senior Palmer will step to the plate. 194 on the season. He'll swing and miss at strike 1. Caleb has driven in 9 runners on the season. He'll take this one for a ball. 1-1. 2 on, or 1 on, I should say, at second base. That's Rado, who walked. Swung on and missed on the fastball from Smith. It's a ball and 2 strikes now on Palmer. Smith from the stretch. Up high. And Palmer held off. Count evens at 2, 2 outs. A 2-0 lead for Penns Manor in the bottom of the first. Here is Smith's 2-2. Outside ball 3. Ethan Roser awaits on deck for Homer Center. Smith with the pitch. There's a high fly ball. Settling under it and pulling it in for the third out is Andrew Freno. The fly out to center field. We have played an inning, and it is 2-0. Penns Manor the lead. You're watching Homer Center Wildcat Baseball on Renda Digital TV.
Milk every moment.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Back at First Commonwealth Bank Field, we get set for the top half of the second inning. Penns Manor leading Homer Center by a score of 2-0 for the Comets. They will send up to the plate the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, Braden Mumma, Andrew Freno, and Tyler Millot. 2 runs in the top of the first inning for the Comets on 3 hits, and the Wildcats helped them out with a couple of errors. Braden Mumma, the first baseman, will step in against Caleb Palmer. Mumma, a freshman, hitting .324 on the season. 11 hits in 34 at-bats. He's driven in 3. Those 11 hits have all been singles. And the right-handed hitter, Palmer, working his second inning. Tom Shimko will hand the baseball off to Caleb Palmer. Here we go. The right-handed hitting Mumma steps in. And he'll take a strike off the fastball from Palmer. The 0-1 is in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Mentioned that Carter Smith's a great all-around athlete. So is Caleb Palmer. And he gets the check swing called. Third strike. Actually, that's a swinging third strike. Mumma's the first out of the second inning. Andrew Freno, the center fielder, will step in. He'll swing and miss at the first offering. Senior Freno batting .160 on the season. Swung on and missed, strike 2. And that one's outside and high. A ball and 2 strikes on Freno. The 12th Homer Center Boosters baseball tournament. This one is fouled straight back. Goes up and will roll back down. Must have gone all the way up over. A 1-2 pitch. And swung on and missed, strike 3. That is the 4th strikeout by Palmer. And it will bring the designated hitter, Tyler Mellott, to the plate. 2 outs, nobody on.
Number 18, Tyler. Now.
Mellott is a sophomore. He swings and misses at strike 1. Batting 103 on the season. Off speed, and it's inside for a ball. A ball and a strike with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-0, Penns Manor with the lead. Swung on and miss. Strike 2. The 1-2 is a called strike 3, and that'll end the top half of the second inning. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base. We played an inning and a half, and it is 2-0. Penns Manor with the lead over Homer Center. You're watching Wildcat Baseball on Renda Digital TV.
To experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team. It's about the strategic and business plan. It's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
We return to First Commonwealth Bank Field, bottom half of the second inning, and Carter Smith gets ready to work it. Penns Manor senior pitcher.
Now batting for the Wildcats.
He's got a 2-0 lead for Homer Center in this bottom of the second. Ethan Roser will be your leadoff hitter, the third baseman, followed by Dom Shimko and Garrett Green. It's a ball to Roser, the right fielder. And he'll foul this one back, 1-1. Senior Roser batting .200 on the season. Six for 30 outside. 2 balls and a strike. Carter Smith's pitch swung on and missed. And it's 2-2. Fouled out of play. Roser, the right fielder for a Homer Center. Another 2-2, and it's inside. Count goes full now on the leadoff hitter for the Wildcats. Here in this second inning, the number 5 hitter in the order. The payoff. Fouled back. I don't know who that hit. It looked like it might have hit Pete Jones, the umpire, home plate umpire, in the chest, but no flinch. Could also have gone off the shoulder of the catcher, Wojtek. Another payoff here, and that is up high. Second walk of the evening by Smith. The leadoff hitter is on for the second inning in a row. Dom Shimko will step to the plate with Roser on first. Dom is a freshman, batting 148 on the season. Young lineup for the Wildcats. And that's in there for a strike. Short lead at first for Roser. And in there, little tight. Shimko will lean out of the way. It's 1-1. That one is driven hard into center field, and a diving attempt, but he's not able to come up with it. And the runners will move to second and third. Shimko put a bit of a charge on it. Freno had a chance at it. He dove for the ball in the left center gap, but couldn't hold on. That's a double for Shimko. And it moves Roser down to third base. And Homer Center's in business here. First hit of the night. Runners on second and third, and nobody out. Garrett Green, the first baseman, steps to the plate, takes it up high for a ball. Green, a senior. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Inning started with a walk, and then Shimko's double. A ball and a strike now to Green. Swings and misses at that one up high out of the strike zone. It's 1-2. The DH Drew Fisher waits on deck. Two to nothing, Penns Manor in the bottom of the second inning. Called strike three. Second strikeout of the night for Carter Smith.
Now batting, DH, number 4, Drew Fisher.
Drew Fisher will step to the plate with runners on second and third and one out. The designated hitter for Homer Center. He'll square around and attempt the bunt. It goes foul. An .071 batting average for Fisher. Only 14 at-bats on the season. No balls and a strike. And Smith's pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2 now on Fisher. Nate Burchell waiting on deck. Smith, the pitch. Outside, it gets away from Wojtek. Runner's coming home, and he's going to make it. I did not see that that was in the dirt, so I'm going to rate it as a passed ball. My book is completely unofficial. Dom Shimko will get down to third base. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. And swung on and missed, strike 3. Fisher goes down. So 2 outs. The runner on third is Shimko as Burchell will step to the plate.
Second baseman, number 5, Nate Burchell.
Burchell, the junior, a 143 batting average. He's got 1 RBI on the season. And he takes up high for a ball. 1 run in the inning. It's 2-1. Penns Manor with the lead over Homer Center here in the bottom of the second. And that one is in there for a called strike. One and one, 2 outs. Burchell awaits the pitch. Inside. And the 2-1. Called strike 2. Count goes even. One thing that's happening with all of these deep counts for Carter Smith is the pitch count is going up. Here comes a 2-2. High fly ball into center field. And settling under, making the catch is Andrew Freno, and that'll retire the side. Homer Center picks up a run on one hit. And we played two. It is Penns Manor 2, Homer Center 1. You're watching Wildcat Baseball on Renda Digital TV.
Twin Cities Event Hall is the perfect place to host your next special occasion. The event hall is located on the grounds of the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club, featuring everything you need to make your next event shine. Inside the club, you can find members unwinding in the spacious bar and game room, enjoying great food and just gathering with each other, watching their favorite team. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club in Twin Cities Event Hall, voted best in Indiana County 2023.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
We get set for the top half of the third inning. Penns Manor leading Homer Center 2-1. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors on the Comets. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for the homestanding Wildcats. And Caleb Palmer gets set to work his third inning.
I already told Grandma to take you home.
I'd like to tell you about the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club's Kids Fishing Derby. It's coming up on Saturday, the 11th of May. It'll be from 8 a.m. until noon, and everybody is welcome. You can catch some nice fish in the club's very well-stocked pond. You can have some good food, win some prizes, and just have a great, relaxing, fun morning with friends and family. It'd be a great parents, kids type of thing. The Grayston Coral Sportsman Club on Neal Road in Grayston. Brighton Gillen will bat leadoff for Penns Manor, the number 9 hitter. Here in the third inning with the Comets leading 2-1, he'll swing through. And it's no balls and a strike. Palmer pours it in there for strike 2. Caleb Palmer really started the deal there in the second inning. He struck out the side, a 3-up, 3-down inning. Up high for a ball, it's 1-2. Righty on righty, and the 1-2 pitch. It is through and gets away. That is a ball. Might have been a problem there, had that been a called strike, because Gillum would have had a chance to get down to first base. But it's 2 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter here in the third for Penns Manor. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. 4th strikeout in a row. 6th of the game for Palmer. And it brings Carter Smith to the plate. 1 for 1 with the single, a steal, and a run scored for the Penns Manor pitcher. He takes up high for a ball. Inside and low for a ball, and it is 2-0. So second time through the order now for Palmer. He's behind in the count, 2-0 to Carter Smith. Inside and low, ball 3. Being very careful here. Called strike. 3-1. Smith has gotten 7 outs, 6 of them by strikeout and 1 by caught stealing. Inside ball 4. And the first walk of the night by Palmer.
Now batting number 5, Tyler Cooper.
And Tyler Cooper will step in. Struck out in the first. 1 out and a runner on first base for Penns Manor. Palmer from the stretch. And that's in there. Strike 1. A check over of the runner on first. They'll throw over this time. An 0-1 pitch. Off speed and fouled back. Oh and 2. That's up high. You said 0 and 2. That's 1 and 2 now. Carter Smith with 4 stolen bases on the season. He's at first base now. 1 out and a 1-2 pitch for Cooper. Fouled it back. Off speed, and it's 2 and 2. 1 out here in the third, 2-1. Penns Manor with the lead over Homer Center. Cooper, the second baseman. Swing and a miss. And the second time tonight that Cooper goes down. The 7th strikeout of the Penns Manor Comet by Carter Smith. So they've not made an out on a batted ball. They've got 7 strikeouts and a caught stealing. Caden Detweiler singled, advanced on a couple of errors, and scored on the single by Wojtek in the first inning. And he'll take a strike. We'll see if Carter Smith wants to run here to try to get into scoring position with 2 outs. Pitch to Detweiler. Pops it into right field, and over to make the catch is Ethan Roser, and that'll retire the side. We've played 2.5. It is Penns Manor 2, Homer Center 1. You're watching it on Renda Digital TV.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well from your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
We are back at First Commonwealth Bank Field, heading to the bottom of the third inning, where the Penns Manor Comets lead Homer Center 2-1. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Comets, and for the Wildcats, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error as well.
Leading off the third for the Wildcats.
And for Homer Center,
Number 1, catcher, Braden Rado.
the leadoff hitter, Braden Rado, will lead off here in the third inning. Braden Rado, Nash Budner, Owen Ciani, the scheduled hitters, against Carter Smith, who works his third inning, and in there for a strike. The 0-1 is inside, a ball and a strike. Working quickly down low. 2-1 on Rado, who walked to lead off for Homer Center in the first inning. He's ahead of the count now, 2-1, and the pitch from Smith. Pop foul out of play. The pitch from Smith. Inside and low, and Rado fights it off and fouls it. Count remains 2-2. Leading off the third here for Homer Center. Rado, Budner, and Ciani. And Smith's pitch. Inside. Count goes full at 3-2. And a payoff pitch on the way. This one's popped out of play. Making Carter Smith work a little bit more than Eric Corvina, the coach, wants him to. He's thrown a few more pitches. 3-2 pitch again. And that is ball 4. Did get away from the catcher, but Wojtek catches up. And no thought by Rado of rounding the bag. Second time he has walked to lead off an inning in this game. And it will bring Budner to the plate. Nash a chopper to Detweiler at third in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1. He's got a runner on first in Rado. Smith looks over. And Budner will bunt at the ball, but miss, and it's no balls and a strike. Gets the sign from his coach, Scott Bauer, down at third base. The 0-1. Runner goes, gets away from the catcher, Wojtek. It is a stolen base. They don't think have decided if they're going to charge a passed ball there or not. We're just going to score it as a stolen base and a runner in scoring position in Rado. Budner is going to chop this one foul down the third base line. Two balls, 2 strikes now on Nash. And he'll swing and miss at strike 3. Slams the bat in frustration.
Shortstop, number 7, Owen Ciani.
Fourth strikeout of a Wildcat by Carter Smith. One away with the runner on second. Owen Ciani called out on strikes in the first inning. Ciani bats a .469 hitter on the season with 8 runs driven in. He's got 1 out at second base in scoring position. And he'll foul that one straight back. No balls and a strike on Cyane. Smith's pitch way high. Wojtek flagged that one down. It's a nice play by Justin Wojtek. Prevent the runner from moving up. 1-1. One out. Bottom of the third. 2-1. Penns Manor the lead. Smith's pitch fouled away. Straight heat from Carter Smith. Caleb Palmer waits on deck. The 1-2. Swung on and missed on the off-speed pitch. Nice job by Smith there. And 2 outs in the inning with a runner on second for Caleb Palmer. A fly out to center field to end the first inning. He bats with 2 outs and a runner on second. Same situation here in the third. And gets away from the catcher Wojtek. Runner will move down. More frustration. Wojtek felt he should have had that one. So the runner to third base, the pitch was a ball. It's 1-0 now on Palmer. And the tying run's just 90 feet away. The pitch by Smith is up high, 2-0. 2 outs in the inning. Carter Smith just needs to focus on the runner at the plate. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. That is down low, ball 3. With Ethan Roser waiting on deck. The 3-0 is ball 4. Runners on first and third for Roser. Fourth walk of the night by Smith. Roser walked and came around to score in the second inning. Going to put a courtesy runner in for Caleb Palmer, the pitcher. That'll be Jaden Scherer. They will not hold him on at first base, so he gets a sizable lead. Now the first base is going to try to sneak in behind. Roser, high pop foul out of play. No balls and a strike. Two outs and runners on first and third. That one is into right field, but the line drive will be caught by Brighton Gillen, and that'll end the inning. The Wildcats threaten but cannot score. At the end of 3, it is Penns Manor 2, Homer Center 1. And you're watching it on Renda Digital TV.
Milk every moment.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
We are back at First Commonwealth Bank Field. Heading to the bottom or top half of the fourth inning, Penns Manor with a 2-1 lead over Homer Center. 2 in the top of the first for Penns Manor, 1 in the bottom of the second for Homer Center. The winner of this game will play tomorrow night for the championship of this 12th Homer Center Baseball Boosters Tournament. They'll play against Derry, which beat Apollo Ridge earlier today. And the team coming up short will play at 4 o'clock tomorrow against Apollo Ridge. So 7 o'clock for the championship tomorrow night, 4 o'clock for the consolation game. This is Homer Center Wildcat Baseball, so whichever game the Wildcats happen to be in tomorrow is the one we'll have here on Renda Digital TV. Palmer completes his warm-up tosses. And here we go. Set for the fourth. Connor James, Justin Wojtek, and Braden Mumaw, the scheduled hitters. Numbers 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order for Penns Manor. And James will take it inside for a ball. Struck out in the first inning. Palmer has struck out 7. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. And the pitch inside and low. 2 balls and a strike. Palmer, in addition to that 7 strikeout performance so far, has walked 1. Gave up 3 hits in that first inning. And the only 3 hits of the game, and they produced the 2 runs. That's inside ball 4. So James is on, the leadoff hitter for the Comets. And Justin Wojtek singled and was caught stealing in the first inning. Drove in a run with that base hit. What is, for now, the lead run. Just a 2-step lead over at first base. And the pitch is outside from Caleb Palmer. Wojtek awaits and then takes it inside. That's actually on the inside corner. And it's a strike, 1-1. Pete Jones, your home plate umpire. Brad Trussell on the base pass for this game. There's the 1-1, swung on and missed. Strike 2 to Wojtek. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Palmer. Timeout call. Wojtek will step out. Again, the stretch and the pitch off speed, fouled away. Keeping our eyes on the NFL draft. Cornerback the Steelers were hoping would hang around has been taken. This one is a ground ball to third off the glove of the third baseman, Dom Shimko, for an error. And runners on first and second. James moves down to second base. Wojtek reaches on the E5. It is the third error on the Wildcats in the game. Runners on first and second, and nobody out for Braden Mumaw as the courtesy runner comes on. For Penns Manor, Zach Schleicher. I said that Wojtek was caught stealing. It was actually Schleicher who was the courtesy runner in the first inning. He's in there now, as this pitch is a ball to Mumaw. Nobody out, runners on first and second, squaring around the bunt, and that is going to be a strike. I thought he might have got the bat on it and called a foul ball, but no, and it gets through the catcher. So it's a strike wild pitch. What we heard, the tick sound, was the ball in the dirt. Runners move up. So runners on second and third now. Nobody out. A 1-1 pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Trouble spot here for Caleb Palmer, working in the 4th inning, trailing 2-1. And the pitch is fouled back. Another 2-2 pitch on the way to Mumaw, and that's low. And the count goes full. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. Runners on second and third. And Penns Manor leading 2-1. And that's a called strike 3. Mumaw slaps his bat. Punishes it for not swinging. 1 away now. Runners on second and third for Andrew Freno, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. Palmer working out of the windup with runners on second and third. This one is popped, foul down the right field line. It drops next to the fence, and probably for Homer Center that's not such a bad thing, because had somebody been able to catch up to that ball and catch it, it would have been awfully difficult to catch the runner at first base tagging or third base tagging up Connor James. With your momentum going away from the field and over against the fence, that would have been a heck of a play. So no balls and a strike on Freno. And he'll foul this one away on the right side again. An 0-2 pitch.
2 strikes, get your corners back.
And up high. 1-2. Palmer with the pitch. It's chopped foul. The windup and the pitch. Pop out of play once more. So Freno's hanging in there against Caleb Palmer. Another 1-2 pitch on the way. And that's in the dirt, 2-2. 1 out, runners on second and third. Palmer trying to keep them at bay. Penns Manor leading 2-1. He doesn't want that lead extended. This one is chopped toward the third baseman, Shimko, who will field it in foul territory. Again, another fortunate play there for Homer Center that it went foul, because that would have been an infield single and the runner would have scored. As it is 2-2 with 1 out. Palmer's pitch, off speed and inside. Full count, 3-2. And that is ball 4. Second walk of the inning, third of the game for Caleb Palmer. And the bases are full with 1 out here in the 4th. And it's like Scott Bauer is going to come out. Infielders will all come in as Tyler Millot, the designated hitter, gets ready to step in there. It does not look as if Scott Bauer is going to make a move here. But he's talking to his boys. Now everybody resets. And the first pitch to Millot is swung on and fouled back. Millot, a designated hitter, he struck out looking to end the second inning. Bats here with the bases loaded. 1 away. Infielders up at the corners, and that's inside a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Off speed, swing and a miss. One ball, 2 strikes on the lot. Fastball, ball 2. And swung on and missed, strike 3. Ninth strikeout of the game for Caleb Palmer. Brighton Gillen, the number 9 hitter, bats with the bases loaded and 2 outs and takes a strike. Gillen struck out swinging in the 3rd. He bats here in the 4th. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Can Caleb Palmer work his way out of this jam? No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded, and swing and a miss, strike 3. He does get out of it with his 10th strikeout of the night. We've played 3.5. It is Penns Manor 2, Homer Center 1, and you're watching it on Renda Digital TV.
Twin Cities Event Hall is the perfect place to host your next special occasion. The event hall is located on the grounds of the Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club, featuring everything you need to make your next event shine. Inside the club, you can find members unwinding in the spacious bar and game room, enjoying great food and just gathering with each other watching their favorite team. The Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club in Twin Cities Event Hall, voted best in Indiana County 2023.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Back at First Commonwealth Bank Field, so Caleb Palmer works out of a bases-loaded jam, strikes out the side again. 10 strikeouts on the night now for Palmer. But Penns Manor holds that 2-1 lead, and Carter Smith has been just as impressive, as has Palmer, as he gets set to work the 4th inning against Homer Center. And he faces Dom Shimko, the third baseman, and that's a called strike. Shimko doubled in the second inning. A diving attempt by Freno in center field, and he couldn't come up with the ball. And he'll ground this one sharply toward shortstop and through. A base hit by Shimko to lead off here in the fourth for Homer Center. So the leadoff hitter is on for Garrett Green. Goes another guy off the draft board that the Steelers were very much interested in. So Cooper DeJean, the cornerback, went to the Eagles. Kool-Aid McKinstry, the cornerback from Alabama, went to the Saints. And Jackson Powers Johnson, the center from Oregon, goes to the Raiders. 4 picks away for the Steelers. There's a swing and a miss and a strike on Garrett Green. Struck out looking. This one gets away from Wojtek all the way to the backstop. Runner moves up. Shimko is in scoring position. So a runner on second now and nobody out for Green. We'll see if he's bunting here. He's very, very tight to the plate here. And he does square around. He bunts it. It is going to be fielded at first base and bobbled, and they will get him. And the runner will move up on the sacrifice. It goes 3-4 for the out. Good looking bunt there. And Shimko moves down now to third base. 1 out. And stepping in for Drew Fisher is Braden Dunn as a pinch hitter. Braden typically in the starting lineup for Homer Center. A .273 hitter with 5 runs driven in. He takes it inside for a ball. Runner on third and 1 out. Trailing by a run, the Wildcats look to tie this up. It's inside corner. And a strike on Dunn. The 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and a strike on Braden Dunn. With Nate Birchall waiting on deck. 1 out and a runner on third. 2 balls and a strike. Smith out of the stretch. Chopped right back through the middle for a base hit, and that'll tie the ball game. Dunn drives in the tying run. We're all knotted up at 2 here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 out. Dunn to first with the RBI. Birchall to the plate. A fly out to center field. His first time up. All knotted up at 2. And might get a change here. Eric Corvina over to talk with the home plate umpire Pete Jones. He's got his lineup card. So we don't know if there's a question about the usage of Dunn or if he's making a change here. Pete continues to examine the lineup card. Corvina has gone back to the dugout. Looks like everything's going to remain the same. So Birchall will dig in with the runner on first base. And one out. Inside for a ball. One and 0. And that is taken for a strike by Birchall. Wildcat second baseman. Braden Rado waits on deck. The 1-1. Inside. 2 balls and a strike. And Carter Smith comes down off the mound to get that one. I don't think he was all that happy with that. A 2-1 pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 2-2. Clouded up here this evening after that beautiful day. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Timeout is called before the pitch was thrown, and that's a balk. Pete telling Eric Corvina he did not stop at all. The pitcher's hands have to come to a stop before he delivers the pitch. So on the balk, Dunn will go down to second base. Two and two. The pitch is high and outside, and the count goes full on Birchall. With a runner on second now, the game tied at 2. Here's the pitch. That is outside, ball 4. Fifth walk of the night by Smith. Puts runners at first and second. 1 out for Braden Rado, who has walked twice. A 2-2 game. Rado with 7 RBIs on the season, a .486 batting average. He'll square around, then pull it back, but take a strike. And it is 0-1. Fourth inning, not holding the runner on at first, so a big sizable lead swung on and missed here by Rado. At an 80-mile-an-hour fastball. No balls and 2 strikes. Dunn at second, Birchall at first. Smith's pitch. Fouled out of play. Inning started with a single by Shimko, advanced on a wild pitch. Sacrifice bunt put him down at third. And then the single by Dunn brought him home to tie the game. 0-2 pitch here, swung on and missed by Rado. And there are 2 outs. Smith buckles down. His 6th strikeout of the night. It'll bring Budner to the plate. Nash, a ground out and a strikeout. He bats here in the 4th with runners on first and second and 2 outs in a 2-2 game. Up high for a ball, and Carter Smith actually went down there on the pitch. His foot slipped out from under him. Catcher Wojtek will go out, check on him. He says, "I'm fine." Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fouled back. A ball and a strike.
center fielder, number 8, Lance Duggan.
1-1 on Budner with 2 outs. Runners on first and second here in the fourth. A 2-2 game. Smith ready to go now. And this one is lined into center field. A base hit. Dunn will be held up. And the base is now loaded for Ciani. Third hit of the inning for the Wildcats. 2 away. Ciani has struck out twice, once looking, once swinging. And we'll probably get a pitching change here. Corvina is back out to the mound. Or is he just going to be talking? Conference at the mound gives us time to tell you about the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club. Their Kids Fishing Derby Day is coming up on Saturday, May the 11th from 8 a.m. until noon, and the public is welcome. That means you. You can catch some nice fish in the club's well-stocked pond. You can eat some good food, win some prizes, have a great morning with your friends and family at the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston. Owen Ciani steps to the plate with the bases loaded. 2 outs in a 2-2 game here in the fourth inning. Smith will go from the windup, and it's outside for a ball. No place to put any more runners for Penns Manor. 1 run in the inning for Homer Center. They've had 3 singles and a walk. The 1-0 pitch is up high. 2 balls and no strikes on Ciani. Oh, and a .469 hitter on the season with 8 RBIs. Now the pitch. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. And some real trouble here for Penns Manor. Let's see what Carter Smith can do to work his way out of this. Bases loaded. 2 outs in the fourth. Ciani will signal timeout. You can bet that Owen will be taking here. Force him to throw a strike. Smith's windup, and the pitch is ball 4, and it forces in the lead run. So everybody moves up. Ciani with the bases loaded walk for the lead run. Gets the RBI. It's 3-2 Homer Center, and Caleb Palmer with a chance to help his own cause. Batting with the lead now. Fly out to center and a walk for Palmer. 2 outs in the fourth. The bases remain loaded. And Palmer will foul it back. No balls and a strike on the Homer Center pitcher. Inside, gets away briefly from Wojtek, but he chases it down. Palmer is the 7th hitter of the inning for Homer Center. Two outs, and the Wildcats, after falling behind 2-0, have taken a 3-2 lead. Carter Smith walks to the back of the mound. Now he's back up on top. And he will work from the stretch here with the bases loaded this time. Here's the pitch. Inside. 2-1 now on Palmer. The pitch is up high. 3 balls and a strike now on the Homer Center pitcher. The bases are loaded. 2 outs, 2 runs in the inning. Palmer digs in. Here's the 3-1. Pop foul. And just out of play. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Palmer. The tension mounts. He digs in. Smith on the back of the mound now. Now on the rubber. Working out of the stretch with the bases loaded. 2 outs, the 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Palmer goes down. Wildcats do as well, but they get 2 in the inning. And at the end of 4, it's Homer Center 3 and Penns Manor 2. And you're watching it on Renda Digital TV.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
If you don't know Main Street Hair Design in Homer City, where have you been? You probably know someone who's gone to Main Street Hair Design for almost 30 years. Ask them. Salons aren't around for 30 years unless they're doing it right. Cuts, perms, coloring, and styling for the whole family. Oh, and new services by Victoria. Facials, brow tint, lash lift, full body waxings in a private setting. You are going to love it. Main Street Hair Design, 5 North Main, of course. Call now, 724-479-3620.
We are back at First Commonwealth Bank Field, where Homer Center has taken a 3-2 lead over Penns Manor in this 12th annual Homer Center Boosters baseball tournament. Paula Ridge and Derry hooking up in the first game. Derry won that one, so they await the winner of this one, the championship, tomorrow night. By the way, the Steelers are on the clock right now in the second round of the NFL draft. And if you are wondering, the kid, the center from West Virginia, is, I believe, still out there. Carter Smith will lead off for Penns Manor. The pitcher is 1 for 1 with a walk. Stolen base and a run in this game. He led off with a base hit. He bats leading off here in the 5th inning, and it's inside for a ball. Steelers pick is in. Don't know who it is just yet. The 1-0 pitch, a long drive down the left side and foul. Home run distance there for Carter Smith, but out ahead of it a little bit. And it is 1-1. Now the pitch slapped into left field, into the gap, and getting over there to cut it off very nicely for Homer Center was Connor DeArmond. But it is a leadoff single for Carter Smith. Got good steal on that one, and he's on first base with nobody out, the leadoff hitter for Penns Manor. Tyler Cooper steps to the plate, victim of a strikeout twice. He'll square around to bunt, and he will not get it down. It is a called strike, and Smith was running. He gets the stolen base. So he's in scoring position, an 0-1 pitch on the way to Cooper. And it's a curveball in there for strike 2. Palmer's 0-2 pitch. Outside for a ball. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is outside, ball 2. Count evens up. Nobody out. Runner on second base. Top half of the fifth inning in a 3-2 game. Homer Center leading Penns Manor. Comets with a runner in scoring position. Off speed and high, and the count goes full. So from 0-2 to 3-2. And Caleb Palmer with the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike three. He gets Cooper for the third time tonight. And it brings Detweiler to the plate now. Caden Detweiler is a really good hitter. On the season, batting .472. With 11 runs driven in, 3 doubles and 2 home runs. And Scott Bauer, knowing that, looks like he's making a pitching change. Braden Dunn is heading out onto the field. Owen Ciani went into the dugout, presumably to get another glove, trading in that infielder's glove, and could see him. We'll see exactly what happens. So let's see what we can get out of this. For Homer Center, Matt Zerfoff is headed out to the outfield, presumably to play left. Ciani is going to move to pitcher. So Palmer will go 4 into third. Responsible for the runner at second. And if you're wondering, the Steelers did go center in the second round. They got the kid out of West Virginia, Zach Frazier. Palmer is going to move over to first base and replace Garrett Green for Homer Center. Braden Dunn will be out there, either at shortstop or at third base. It's not perfectly clear just yet. Give you some numbers for Ciani. For Owen, a 3-1 record and a 2.88 ERA, 5 appearances, 1 start. In 24 and a third innings, he has struck out 31 and walked 11. So Shimko remains at third base. Dunn will come in and play shortstop. Number 7, Ciani. Ciani will take to the mound to face Detweiler with a runner on second and 1 out. So for the Steelers, it probably could not have worked out any better than they wanted it to. They were considering Zach Frazier in the first round. They got him in the second, and they got the tackle they wanted in the first. But here, this is where we're concerned tonight. 1 out, 5th inning, 3-2 Homer Center. Caden Detweiler, the big slugger, to the plate for Penns Manor with a runner on second, timeout called. Detweiler singled and scored in the first. He flew out to right field in the 3rd inning. He bats here in the 5th. 1 away. Ciani looks at the runner at second. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Caden Detweiler, quick bat. Really big kid. Oh and 1, Smith at second base. Ciani, the pitch. Strike 2, swinging. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Cyani. Swung on and missed. He goes sideways. And he gets the second out of the inning. Palmer struck out 11. Cyani comes on. He makes strikeout victim number 12 for the Comets. And now this one is lifted into center field. Charging and making the catch is Nash Budner to retire the side off the bat of Connor James. We have played 4.5 innings, and it is Homer Center 3, Penns Manor 2. You're watching it on Renda Digital TV.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Back at First Commonwealth Bank Field, ready for the bottom half of the 5th inning with Homer Center leading Penns Manor 3-2 in a tight one. In this 12th Homer Center Boosters baseball tournament, Derry defeated Apollo Ridge in Game 1. And so it will be Derry in the championship game. Is it against Homer Center or Penns Manor? That's what we're attempting to find out here tonight. For Penns Manor, Carter Smith getting ready to work the 5th.
Number 15, Ethan.
We're looking at some of the numbers for Caleb Palmer. He goes 4 1/3 innings, gives up 2 runs, neither of them earned. 4 hits, struck out 11 and walked 3. And Cyani came on to work the final 2/3 of the 5th. Now stepping in for the Wildcats, taking a swinging strike is Ethan Roser, a walk and a flyout for a Roser in this game. And he'll back away from this one inside. It is 1-1 on the Homer Center right fielder. Smith's pitch. Inside ball 2. Chopped right back out of the box. It is a fair ball. Throw down to first will get away. And that'll be a throwing error on Wojtek, the catcher, that allows Roser to reach first base. And the runner out of the dugout for Homer Center is going to be Colin Doherty. So the leadoff man is on, and a conference at the mound for Penns Manor. You're all right. No, I think we're good. Thank you. Maybe you wanted some of that fried food that he was offering, huh? I said no for you. I'm sorry. And I believe we are going to have a pitching change.
Number 4.
Yes, we will.
James.
So the change is Connor James is going to move in to pitch for Penns Manor. He had been at shortstop. And we're assuming Carter Smith is going to go out and play shortstop because he does that normally. So James, with his warm-up tosses, gives us time to tell you once more about the Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club's Kids Fishing Derby coming up on Saturday, May 11th from 8 a.m. until noon. And the public is welcome. Anybody can come. Just catch some nice fish in the club's well-stocked pond, eat some good food, win some prizes, have a great morning with friends and family. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club on Neal Road in Grayston. It's a really, really neat place to be. And well, there you go. Great family activity for you on May 11th. We'll get you some numbers here for Connor James. Coming on to pitch with nobody out here in the 5th inning. His club trailing 3-2. James on the season 1-0 with a 1.29 ERA. 8 appearances on the mound. And he does have 2 saves. So, pretty shiny resume for James. And just checking the changes. Carter Smith went over to first base. And we're still going to have to see some numbers to see who went where. For Penns Manor.
32. Gone.
Meanwhile, Dom Shimko will step in for Homer Center. Dom's had a really productive night. Doubled and singled and scored a run. He'll square around to bunt. He'll get it down and move the runner up. And James will throw it down on the sacrifice bunt. So Doherty moves down to second base into scoring position. Runner on second and 1 out.
Now batting number 24, Matt Zerfos.
So for Penns Manor, Tyler Cooper moves over to play shortstop, as this is a strike. To the pinch hitter for Homer Center, or Matt Zerfos, actually came in to play left field. And he'll drive this one into left field. And it is dropped. Connor DeArmond made a step in. And then had to retreat on the ball. He looked like he was there, but he was not able to field it. And so Doherty is going to make it down to third base and moving into second.
Now batting number 11, Braden Dunn.
For Homer Center. Is Zerfos. And Braden Dunn steps in and takes one right in the back. He's mad about it because he wanted to hit. So Zerfos reaches on the 2-base error. Doherty moves to third. Dunn is hit by the pitch. And Birchall comes to the plate with the bases loaded. And 1 out. And Homer Center with a 3-2 lead. Nate has a chance to provide some much needed space between the Wildcats and the Comets here. Pitch by James is inside for a ball. Birchall fly out to center field in the second inning. He walked in the fourth. 3-2, Wildcats lead it. James's pitch. Into right field, a base hit is going to score at least 2. And the Wildcats jump out to a 5-2 lead. Nate Birchall with a 2-run single. Doherty scores. Zerfoss scores. Dunn moves to third base. Rado comes to the plate, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and 2 walks. 1 out in the inning, 2 runs in, and it's 5-2 Homer Center. That is outside for a ball. Penns Manor took a 2-0 lead in the first inning. Homer Center has fought its way back with a run in the second and 2 in the fourth. They've scored 2 so far here in the fifth. Rado, the catcher. First and third and 1 out. He'll take a ball. 2-0 now. James looks over at first base. Runner goes. Throw down by Wojtek is not going to be there, and it bounces off of the runner and goes out into shallow left field, and that allows Braden Dunn to come in with the 6th run of the night for Homer Center. The stolen base for Birchall, and the error allows the run to score. And it's 6-2. Wildcats with their 3rd run of the inning. And Rado will take a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike now on Braden Rado. Fouled off down the right side. The pitch. Grounded toward second. Fielded there and over to first. And the out is recorded as Braden Mumaw to Carter Smith. Birchall moves to third base. Rado was the 2nd out of the inning. And it brings Nash Budner to the plate. 1 for 3. Base hit his last time up. Wind kicking up a big cloud of dust across the infield. It is really, really breezy out there now. Here is the pitch to Budner. Swing and a miss. Took a big swing at that one. Two outs. Runner on third. And James with the pitch. Grounded foul. Here's an 0-2 to Budner. It's outside. A ball and 2 strikes. 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, 3 so far here in the fifth for Homer Center. They lead it 6-2. And the pitch. Grounded sharply to third. Fielded there by Detweiler to Carter at first, to Carter Smith, I should say, and that'll win the inning. But the Wildcats score 3, and at the end of 5, it's Homer Center 6, Penns Manor 2, and you're watching it on Renda Digital TV.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Back at First Commonwealth Bank Field and getting ready for the 6th inning, with Homer Center having taken a 4-run lead over Penns Manor. And Owen Cyani, who came on in the 5th and got the last 2 outs of that inning. Ready to work the 6th. And he will face Justin Wojtek, Braden Mumau, and Andrew Freno, barring a pinch hitter. And just about ready to go tonight. Pirates baseball coming your way on WCCS tonight. 9:50 is your airtime there, so still to come. Wojtek bats. He's 1 for 2. He's reached base both times, a single and reached on an error. Cyani's first pitch is up high and too tempting for Wojtek. He swings and fouls it back. He's driven in a run tonight. And Owen Cyani, the baseball in hand, and he's ready to work again. The 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Wildcats have struck out 12 Comets batters so far in this game. Cyani has 1 of them. His 0-2 pitch to Wojtek. And I'm going to say that hit him. So you can hear the guys in the press box that are wondering if maybe a string off his uniform got hit, because no reaction there. But Wojtek reaches on the hit batsman, and that brings Mumau to the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Runner on first. And it'll be a courtesy runner. Did not catch the number for Wojtek. Braden Mumau, the first baseman, will dig in there. He's actually, Mumau's playing second base now. Pitch is up high for a ball. One 1-0 on the way now to Mumau. Curve ball gets all the way to the backstop, and the runner will move down. Zach Schleicher is the courtesy runner. He'll go down on the wild pitch. 2 balls, no strikes now. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. Homer Center leads at 6-2. Penns Manor's Braden Mumaw in there to face a 2-0 pitch from Owen Ciani. It's in there for a strike. Ciani the stretch. Now the pitch. Down low. 3 balls and a strike. With, I believe, Andrew Freno waiting on deck. He is the scheduled hitter. Looks like him. Here comes the pitch from Ciani, the 3-1. Strike 2 called. Full count now. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. 1 away. Freno to the plate, 0 for 1 with a walk. Runner on second and 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. With Homer Center leading 6-2. Ciani's pitch. All the way to the backstop again. The runner will move down again. Owen loaded up a bit too much on that attempted breaking ball. So the runner on third base now. Freno with 1 out has a chance to drive in a run and get the Comets 1 run closer. Ciani's pitch is outside for a ball. 2-0. Freno on the season with 4 runs driven in. Swings and misses at this one. It's 2-1. Fouls this one away, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And our game is officially 2 hours old. Here's the pitch. Inside. Full count once more on another Comets batter. 1 out and a 3-2 pitch on the way. Runner leads off third. Ciani steps back. Now back up on top of the hill. Here comes the 3-2. Grounded sharply down the right side and foul. Full count. Ciani out of the full windup. Fouled back again. Freno stays alive. Tyler Malott waits on deck. Another 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Second caught looking of the inning for Penns Manor. Malott steps in. He's 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts for him, one of them looking, one of them swinging. And for Homer Center, the pitch from Ciani is swung on and missed by Malott. No balls and a strike. 2 outs now and a runner on third base. This one is fouled back. Went off the shin of the catcher. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Inside for a ball. And the 1-2 outside. Another ball. Two and two to the batter, Malott. And that is the 3rd straight hitter that Owen Ciani has gone 3 and 2 on. So yet another payoff pitch on the way here from Owen Ciani, this time to Malott, and he gets him swinging. Strikes out the side. We have played 5.5. It is Homer Center 6 and Penns Manor 2. You're watching it on Renda Digital TV.
Twin Cities Event Hall is the perfect place to host your next special occasion. The event hall is located on the grounds of the Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club, featuring everything you need to make your next event shine. Inside the club, you can find members unwinding in the spacious bar and game room, enjoying great food and just gathering with each other watching their favorite team. The Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club in Twin Cities Event Hall, voted best in Indiana County 2023.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
As we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning with Homer Center leading 6-2 over Penns Manor. Here are your totals so far through 5.5. Homer Center 6 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors. For Penns Manor, 2 runs on 3 hits and 3 errors. And for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the 6th inning, they will send to the plate Owen Ciani, Caleb Palmer, and Ethan Roser. Steeler draft is going on, the NFL draft. They are right now on pick number 59. And Steelers don't pick again until the 3rd round now. But they, with pick number 51 of the draft, they took the man that I'm sure all of the Steeler fans were, well, not all of them, but certainly many of them were. Zach Frazier, the center from West Virginia, rated the 2nd best center in the draft. Steelers got him in the 2nd round. So they'll have 2 picks in the 3rd round. And here we go. New pitcher for Penns Manor.
Now batting number 7, Owen.
And that's going to be Tyler Cooper.
Pitching for the Comets, number 5, Tyler Cooper.
And his first pitch to Cyani is in there for a strike. Owen is 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts and a walk. He leads off here in the 6th inning for Homer Center. The 0-1 is down low for a ball. So 1-1, and the pitch is off speed. Two balls and a strike. And the pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Here comes the pitch to Owen Cyani, and he'll take it outside for ball 3. The catcher Wojtek tried to buy one there for his pitcher, but couldn't. Here's the full count. The payoff pitch is outside for a ball. Second walk of the night for Cyani. And the leadoff man on again for Homer Center for Caleb Palmer. 0 for 2 with a walk. Started on the mound for Homer Center and went 4 1/3 innings. He's in line for the win should they keep this lead. First pitch is inside for a ball. So Smith, James, and now Cooper. Cyani runs in there easily with the stolen base. Ball gets through, but he'll hold. Pitch was a ball. It's 1-0. Owen Cyani has tons of speed. This one is inside for ball 3. So for Carter Smith, he goes 4+. Gives up 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Strike called. And he gave up 1, 2, only 2 hits. Ball 4 to Caleb Palmer. Take that back. 3 hits given up by Smith. First and second with nobody out now for Homer Center here in the 6th inning. Seven strikeouts for Smith. And 6 walks. Umpire Brad Trussell is walking in now, saying something to the Penns Manor dugout. And I don't know what that was all about. But Ethan Roser is able to dig back in there. Runners on first and third. Ciani moved down. Now this one is grounded to the third baseman, Detweiler. And this ball will actually get away. Ciani will come in and score on the fielder's choice. The runner is out at second, 5-4. And the batter reaches on the fielder's choice, Roser. Shimko will come to the plate with one out, and a runner in, and a runner on first base. 7-2 now, Homer Center. That, by the way, was the score the first time these two teams played. Shimko doubled in the second inning, singled in the fourth inning, and laid down a pretty nice sacrifice bunt. His last time up in the fifth. He bats in the sixth now. One out and a runner on. And the pitch. Lined softly to second base, and it bounces and gets through Mumaw. So a little bit of English on that ball. And for Penns Manor, it is their fourth or fifth error. I'm not sure. Let me check here. They have them with 4 on the board. I think that's what I have in my book too. So one out, runners on first and second, and a run in the inning for Homer Center as stepping to the plate once more is Zerfos. Who laid down a sacrifice bunt and also reached on an error. He takes a strike here. It's 1-1 with one out. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes. Sixth inning, 7-2 Homer Center. And the pitch was high and outside, but he swung on it anyway and fouled it back. This one is lifted into right field. And able to haul it in for recording the out, Brighton Gillen. Zerfos is out of there, and Braden Dunn will come to the plate. Braden had a key hit in this ball game. A single to drive in the lead run in the fourth inning. And Homer Center has held that lead ever since that moment. Came in as a pinch hitter. He was hit by a pitch his last time up, so he's been on base twice and scored both times. A ball and no strikes. And Cooper's pitch. Down low. Adding up the numbers for Connor James in his appearance. 2-0, and the pitch is down low, ball 3 on Dunn. Runners on first and second, and Homer Center leading it by 5 runs. 7-2 here in the 6th. And that's in there for a strike. 3-1 now. 2 outs in the inning. And Braden Dunn takes it inside for ball 4. And that'll load up the bases once more for Nate Burchell. Second inning in a row that he's come in with the bases loaded.
Nate Burchell.
Cooper will work out of the stretch with the bases loaded and drop one in there for a strike to Burchell, who is 1 for 2 with a walk, a stolen base, and he's driven in 2 runs in this game. A 2-run single in the last inning. That one's in the dirt, but blocked by Wojtek. 1-1. And the pitch in there for strike 2. 1-2 now. There's the 1-2 pitch outside, and it's even at 2-2. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Homer Center leading it 7-2. And that one is up high. Full count now on Burchell. Base is loaded. Here's the payoff. Outside, ball 4 will bring in yet another run. Burchell's 3rd RBI of the night. Rado to the plate. 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Pitch is outside for a ball. This game has really bogged down here with the situation. Scott Bauer now walking toward home plate. Let's see what he has in mind. Boy, I'm trying to figure out how to get this untangled here. I got a mess over here. But if I work this out, I can put this over here like this, and I can slide this window shut like so. Turn up a little here and keep the wind off my papers and my very tender body. Here's the pitch, and Rado will foul this one off. We're in the 6th inning. It is 8-2 Homer Center. 2 outs, and the bases are loaded for Braden Rado. And here's the pitch. Outside. Two and one. Cooper, the windup. Inside, it's 3 balls and a strike now. On Rado, Budner waits on deck. Wind continues to blow very hard. This one is chopped in the infield, and it's going to get through. First baseman and second baseman both looked at it. 2 runs will come in and score. So Braden Rado with the soft chop between first and second base, and they just got confused as to who would go for that ball, and neither one of them did. Rado drives in 2 with the RBI single, and it's 10-2. With Birchall down to second base. Budner 1 for 4 on the night, and the Wildcats leading at 10-2. Now, should they get 2 more runs, the game would end on the mercy. Budner, swing and a miss. 2 outs. The pitch from Cooper, driven into the gap in left field. 1 run will come in. Runner to third, and everybody's safe. Birchall scores 11-2. Rado to third. Budner to second on the double. And the RBI. Now Owen Ciani bats for the second time in the inning. He's already scored in this inning. There are 5 runs in the inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 11-2, and if Owen Ciani gets a hit and drives in a run here, this game is over.
Stay aggressive, 7. Here we go. Up in the box.
2 outs. And Cooper's pitch. Gets away, runner coming home, and he's there. The run scores, the game is over. The Homer Center Wildcats defeat the Penns Manor Comets by a score of 12-2. The mercy rule run that ends the game comes in on the wild pitch. And we're back to give you some of the numbers from this game. Homer Center 12, Penns Manor 2, and you're watching it on Renda Digital TV.
Milk every moment.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
If you don't know Main Street Hair Design in Homer City, where have you been? You probably know someone who's gone to Main Street Hair Design for almost 30 years. Ask them. Salons aren't around for 30 years unless they're doing it right. Cuts, perms, coloring, and styling for the whole family. Oh, and new services by Victoria. Facials, brow tint, lash lift, full body waxings in a private setting. You are going to love it. Main Street Hair Design, 5 North Main, of course. Call now, 724-479-3620.
Back at First Commonwealth Bank Field, where tonight the Homer Center Wildcats have defeated the Penns Manor Comets 12-2 in a 6-inning baseball game. Homer Center wins, and they will move on to the championship game of this 12th annual Homer Center Boosters baseball tournament. They'll play Derry area, which was a 13-1 winner over Apollo Ridge earlier this afternoon. That'll be 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 6:50 tomorrow night here on Renda Digital TV. For the Wildcats, I'm still adding up numbers. I've got them with 12 runs on only 6 hits. I'll have to confirm that as I go through this. 1, 2, 3. They scored 6 runs on 3 hits in the 6th inning. And I've got them with 1, 2, 3 more there. And 1 more there, so 7 hits in the game for Homer Center. 12 runs as Penns Manor sort of fell apart in the final 2 innings. They gave up 6 in the 6th inning, 3 in the 5th, and they had actually given up 2 in the 4th. So over the final 3 innings of the game, they gave up 11 of the 12 runs that Homer Center scored. Carter Smith as the starter for Penns Manor pitched pretty well. Went 4+, gave up 4 runs, 3 of them earned. 3 hits, 7 Ks, and he walked 6 for Penns Manor. For Homer Center, winning pitcher is Caleb Palmer. He went 4 1/3, struck out 11 with 2 runs, neither of them earned. He gave up 4 hits and he walked 3. Pretty good performance for Caleb Palmer as well. Let's take a look at the winning Homer Center team and what their fellas did here tonight. Braden Rado, the leadoff hitter, was 1 for 4 on the night and walked twice. He scored once. He drove in 2. Excuse me. Nash Budner, batting second, was 2 for 5. He doubled. He drove in a run as well. Owen Cyani was 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. He also stole a couple of bases and drove in 1 on a bases-loaded walk. Caleb Palmer tonight 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Ethan Roser for the Wildcats was 0 for 3, but he reached base 3 times on a walk, an error, and a fielder's choice. Doherty pinch ran for him each time that he reached base and scored all 3 times. Dom Shimko, a big night for Homer Center. He on the night ended up 2 for 3 with the sacrifice bunt. He had a double. He scored twice. He reached on an error, and so he had a really productive night as the third baseman. Garrett Green started at first base. He was 0 for 1. Matt Zerfoss came in, got a sacrifice bunt, and was 0 for 2. Reached base on an error and scored. Braden Dunn came in. Drew Fisher was the designated hitter to start the game. Dunn then came on, replaced him, and he played some short for Homer Center when Cyani went to the mound. For Dunn on the night, 1 for 1 with a single. He was hit by a pitch and he walked. He scored 3 times. And Nate Birchall for Homer Center, 3 runs driven in. He walked twice and scored a run, and he singled. He was 1 out of 2 and had a stolen base. So a pretty productive night for Homer Center with the bats, particularly as the game went on. For Penns Manor on the night, Carter Smith 2 for 2 with a run scored, 2 stolen bases and a walk. Tyler Cooper was 0 for 3. Caden Detweiler was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Connor James was 0 for 2 with a walk. Justin Wojtek was 1 for 2. He was also hit by a pitch. He reached on an error, so he was on base all 3 times, all 3 plate appearances. Braden Mumaw 0 for 3. Andrew Freno was 0 for 2 with a walk. Tyler Malott 0 for 3, and Brighton Gillen was 0 for 2 for Penns Manor. So Homer Center wins it by a final of 12-2. And we are right back here tomorrow night on Renda Digital TV, bringing you the championship game of this Homer Center Boosters baseball tournament, as it'll be Homer Center taking on Derry Area. Will be on the air at 6:50. Sam, are you going to be here tomorrow? She will be here tomorrow, she says, but then she's pregnant, and you never know. We're counting on Sam to produce our broadcast tomorrow, just as she did tonight. Sam Sneddon does such a wonderful job for us, and we appreciate her so very, very much. We appreciate you joining us as well. The final again, Homer Center 12, Penns Manor 2 on Renda Digital TV.